Welcome to Porn Takes. I'm Charlie Van.
And I am Rayya. We're in the lounge here at Bryan Street Tavern on a beautiful Monday night following an action-packed week of Olympic sports action. I said action twice, but that's okay.
You got a drink now.
I know. I'm definitely still feeling like the remnants of my weekend have still spilled over into Monday night. Charlie Van, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling, like you said, it's been action-packed. I mean, a lot. I can't believe we're on the final week of the Olympics. It feels like it just started, and it's been nothing but nonstop. I haven't watched, anything else. I'm behind on my House of Dragon because the Olympics mean that much, and it's been so crazy. It's been really so. Yes, it's been an interesting weekend and excitement.
Yeah. So before we jump into the Olympics, let's do this first. What are we drinking tonight? Because I believe we are doing half off Texas drafts tonight.
Some great specials as always here at Bryan Street Tavern. So, although you might not be able to go to the tap room anymore, you can still enjoy a nice Dallas Blonde by Deep Ellum Brewing here at Bryan Street. It's just such a chill beer to have, especially on a hot day and a nice summer day. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm over here with my traditional revolver, blood and honey. Definitely decided to aim high after the weekend I had, but that's okay. Call it the hair of the dog.
Yeah, no, you know what? I've never understood that terminology, the hair of the dog. I don't know why.
The hair of the dog is bitch.
No, that makes sense. See, I only got like half of that.
I didn't know that either, so thank you, Tanner.
He's our historian over here, hangover historian. But yeah, I mean, this has just been such a great Olympics as far as the events have gone. Some surprises.
Like what?
Well, I would say in swimming, maybe I came into swimming a little bit more overconfident or confident, especially how Tokyo went, and which I like. I like that there's more competition now. Australia's back. I mean, I'll tell you what, I don't know if this was a surprise because this guy, I think, depending on how many more years he can do this, and I'm saying this as far as the games we have the next, is that Leon Marchand. For me, and he has Michael Phelps coach in his corner. So, and
there's another French swimmer. I think he's on the relay team or something. I don't know what his name is, but I know he has a 12-pack. And he is currently the display photo for my girls' group chat. That's where I'm at.
when you can go from a 6-pack, it's hard enough to get a 6-pack.
Yeah, but guys like that have 12. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wolverine abs.
Full pack of beer there. Yeah, I mean, I think just everybody is just, even in gymnastics, there's been so many great moments, not just for Team USA, just all around. I mean, today, by the time this airs, Andrade out of Brazil winning the gold, and then both Simone and Jordan Childs saluting her on the podium.
That was for the floor. That's the floor apparatus. That was a good one, and unfortunately, both Simone Biles and Jordan Childs, was it Jordan Childs? Yeah, that took spills on the balance beam today.
Yeah.
Rough go, but you know what? It doesn't take anything away from Simone Biles and her legacy, and how effing nice she is.
Oh, no, yeah, no. I mean, I think, here's the thing. Simone's the GOAT.
Yeah.
She is the GOAT, and to come back, from all that struggle, the twisties as they called it, and especially at 27, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do past 16 or 18 in this sport.
Yeah, they basically say 17 is your prime in gymnastics, and here we are with some of the oldest competitors on Team USA ever.
Yeah, she's
doing
been
amazing
phenomenal.
things.
Yeah. Who has surprised you, or what event has surprised you so far?
What has surprised me? I feel like I've just been watching a little bit of everything. I enjoyed watching Sha'Carri Richardson run the 100-meter. Although she did not bring home gold, she did get silver. But that runner out of St. Lucia.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way she comes off the block, it's a clinic. She's a magician. She won that race wire to wire, which is pretty hard to do at 100 meters. And if you look at Noah Lyles, for example, his splits, you could see he started that race in 5th and then ended in 1st. That was so surprising. They had 10-meter splits on him, and it showed where he was, and it was just here's in 5th place, here's in 3rd place, 2nd place, and then he edges out and eventually gets 1st at the end there. I think track and field has just been so much fun to watch in general.
Well, by the way, St. Lucia, I believe that's their first medal.
First medal ever, correct.
First medal ever, so that is phenomenal. And then going back to Noah Lyles, it's most probably craziest sprint 100-meter I've seen in a long time. Like you said, so down in the wild.
Photo
We
finish.
thought it was
Hanging
gonna
in
be
the
Cristiano
Louvre.
Jamaica. He thought he had it. Even Noah thought he had it. But it's all about in the torso. And just that's how quick these guys are.
So how good does Noah Lyles look after those comments he made after the NBA Finals when he was like, world champions of what? Now he is a absolute world champion. Let him talk his talk, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, he believed it. You know, he spoke a lot after the race about how he speaks things into existence, you know, and especially someone who's had, you know, physical and elements as asthma. He just went through all these different things that he's had to overcome in life. And just, you know, you couldn't tell.
No, absolutely not.
You know, and you could tell his energy is positive. Like everything, of course, his mom. It was great seeing his mom. And you can tell he's got his full teammate support. Fred Curley, you know, today, he's got the 200 meters coming up, and Fred's like, talk some shit, like get intense, like you deserve it.
Yeah, you won the gold medal
Yeah.
in one of the most like marquee sports events out there.
Yeah. You can tell that's not him. But
The fastest man in the world.
Yeah.
Be the fastest man in the world.
He did
However
it-
that looks like to you.
He still did it humbly. He still did it to his best ability, but that just shows I can't. He did well today in the heat to qualify. Can't wait for the 200 meter. I mean, this
The
guy.
final, yeah. We're
crazy.
hopefully going to get to see somebody gold medal in both those events for the
Yeah.
first time in a very long time. So super stoked about that. Also super surprising, Team USA women's soccer against Japan on Saturday. Game goes into extra time.
Ooh.
Trinity Rodman with the absolute rocket of a shot for goal to bring the U.S. women into the semis, which is tomorrow.
Ooh, that's going to be intense. I mean, we talked about it last week on last week's episode. Man, this women's team is something special. They just, I mean, continue to have that it factor no matter who's part of the cast, right? What this team
And
is
they
built.
have the history with Japan. Japan
Yeah, they
did
do.
beat the U.S. in a World Cup, and then we got
Yeah.
a revenge in the next World Cup. And then having to see them in the semi or in the quarters here in the Olympics. That was a very tight game. I have, like I said, my girls group chat, all in on women's sports this year, apparently. But everybody was anxious. Everybody was up at 8 a.m. to watch that game. That's how much we love these girls. And ready for tomorrow. I am ready.
Who are they against tomorrow?
I actually don't know. I
Oh.
forgot.
It's not Canada.
It's not Canada.
Yeah.
I want to say Germany. The problem is like with all of the group play done in all the sports, volleyball, basketball, soccer, whatever, I am meshing up who's playing who in what round. But
Well, we know they are in action, and it's going to be a huge semifinal. And like we said, I mean, what they've done and the statements that they've made in this tournament, in this Olympic tournament, has been huge, and it just shows that
It is Germany.
it is
Okay.
Germany. So
Thank
Germany's
you.
going to be looking for some payback, some resurgence, you know, from their earliest outing in this tournament. So, ooh, nothing like rematches.
Yeah, and I think on the other side, Brazil has to play Spain.
Ooh.
And that's a really good matchup. Spain is the current world champs, reigning world champs. Brazil having to play that game without Marta, by the way. Marta serving a 2-game suspension for the red card she got in a group play. So very interesting storylines in women's soccer right now.
So if you had to make a pick between Spain and Brazil,
I'm rolling with Spain. I'm rolling with the
Yeah.
champs.
Yeah.
As much as like we all want to see Marta get that gold medal or have the opportunity to get that gold medal, Spain is just too good.
yeah. Well, and I mean, I love if it can be U.S. and Spain. I mean, final. I mean, that is a must see.
That's what everybody wanted to see in the World Cup, and the girls didn't make it. So
Yeah.
revenge tour.
Here we go, and what better than in the Olympics right now? So, and I'm just excited to see what these girls can do. But I love when it's always us in Germany, just because the intensity there. But we'll see, because that first go was pretty rough for Germany.
Yeah. What else have you been watching? What else is stuck?
Well, I mean, I mentioned swimming. I mean, Katie Ledecky is just. I mean, there's Michael Phelps and there's Katie Ledecky, and some may make an argument for Katie Ledecky being above just as the amount of medals that she won, not just the gold medal. And of course, the relay team won also. How about them? I mean, Tori Husk, Gretchen Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, what a phenomenal there. I've also, like you said, track and field. I've been watching some water polo.
Oh yeah, I watched water polo this morning too.
U.S. men's team doing really well.
They won this morning, right?
Yeah. Been watching volleyball.
Which do you prefer, the court volleyball or the beach volleyball?
I like beach volleyball.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the booties.
It's cinematic.
Cinematic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just spreading. I'm excited about this week. Wrestling started today, so love that. Breaking is starting this.
Breaking doesn't start till Friday.
All right, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
break
looked it
into
up.
that.
Hey, I looked it up just for you because I was like, I have to know when these shenanigans start.
So it must be a short contest then.
Yeah, well, the Olympics end on the 11th or the 12th, right?
Sunday's closing ceremony.
Yep. I saw the thing pop up, like, get your tickets now for the closing ceremonies, and I was like, no, I don't want it
So
to
they must be
end.
cramming it all in like one day, and then or finish up Saturday.
Yeah.
Or some will end actually on Sunday before the closing.
Yeah, and I believe also on the basketball side,
Oh, yeah.
congratulations to the women's 3-on-3 team for getting a bronze medal after dropping their
Nice.
first 3 games, coming back in pool play and then placing themselves into the tournament and getting that bronze medal because no one thought they had a shot in hell.
Well, that is interesting. You drop 3 games and you get 3rd place.
The pool play is 8 games, and you're playing 2 games.
Oh, okay. But you dropped your first 3,
Yeah.
and you end up in 3rd place.
Yep. Oh, haha.
Yeah,
see what you did
yeah.
there. Sorry, overthought that. But yeah, that was really exciting, and for us here in Dallas, Haley Van Lith starred on
Yeah.
that team, and she is going to play at TCU this fall winter. So something worth checking out if you want to go see an Olympian in action.
It's remarkable seeing all the Texas and especially Dallas-Fort Worth athletes. There was actually a student from UTA that got the bronze in shooting, so that's awesome.
Well, a Texan getting a bronze in shooting, that's
Should be a gold.
should be a gold. But
Well, it's just cool. Obviously, we've had quite a few swimmers this time around.
track stars.
A lot of track
at
star.
UT.
Yeah, a lot of track and field. I mean, it's so awesome to see, and just the high level that it keeps continuing. And I'm excited for 2028.
Yeah, so some interesting things when you think about what's coming up in 2028, and we can touch on this, later. They're getting rid of Taekwondo and karate, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't know about Taekwondo, but
maybe it's just karate.
I think
can't
it's just
remember.
karate. Yeah, Taekwondo. I feel. I mean, just because of how international, and just as the popularity, especially South Korea, and
Mhm.
that, I feel like taken that way. I know it doesn't always have the appeal, but it's just with wrestling, right? There's so many countries where it is one of its big. Cuba.
For
There's
sure.
a lot. So karate was a trial. I remember when they threw that in.
Breaking will also not be part of the 2028 Olympics. It's under review after this one. But
Yeah.
they've already signed off on no. The return of baseball and softball, the addition of cricket, and my personal favorite, the addition of flag football.
Okay, but here's the thing with flag football. Are they going to go college only, or are they going to look at it and make it
They're making
pro?
it sound like the pros are going to play.
Oh, my.
They filmed the promo for the games are coming to LA, and guess who starred in it? Jalen Hurts. He lights a football on fire and lights the Olympic torch thing in LA. It's Jalen Hurts.
So it's going to be like the U.S. men's basketball team. It's just going to
I'm just curious. When we talk about flag football, I know that the NFL has done a decent job of reaching out to these other countries and starting the NFL International Series and all that. So Germany, for example, is really into football. Mexico's really into football. London really into football. What other countries? What country do you think is going to surprise people in flag football?
Australia.
Oh, bunch
I
of
think
rugby
they
players,
actually
and
did.
football
Well,
players.
remember there was that league overseas briefly, not NFL, but they were doing. Now they weren't. I don't think they were using NFL players, but it was something that was competition, and we didn't even win. So I mean, it's flag football, but I still feel like, man, a lot of people are gonna be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, well, that's
unfortunately.
what I'm asking. Is there going to be a country that you're just not, that's not on like the typical.
Yeah,
radar.
maybe Australia or South Africa. Just because that running.
That'd be cool. I'd be cool
mean-
with that. I've been watching the Kenyans run all day. I forgot.
Well, in flag football, I mean, there's no tackling, so you got to be that extra quick. I mean, it's gonna be fun. But I feel like America on that one, especially if you use moms. I think it'd be cooler using college students, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. But we'll see what happens. It's still 4 years away. Lots to look forward to between now and then. And then for me, like special place is cricket.
Yeah.
The World Cup of Cricket was actually here in Frisco a couple weeks ago. Team USA actually performed pretty well. I mean, India won, but like.
Is this the first time cricket will be in them? That's
Mhm.
weird. I'm just saying because for how like big internationally and like that
Yeah,
they
it's
haven't
huge
given
in
it
Asia.
that they haven't given it
And
a chair.
and in Europe as well.
Yeah.
They play in England and they play any of the British colonies to be
Well,
perfectly
and you look
honest.
at how
All over Africa as
well
well.
rugby's doing. You saw the U.S. women's team
We
take
love
bronze,
rugby.
but like it, obviously, long time delayed over here as far as that top level or elite. So that's why it's like curious to like cricket because cricket's been around for a dang long time. And and just like I said, how big internationally. But, there's only so many sports they can put. It's like a trial. They weed in, wait out.
It's good to swap it out as well. Like,
Yeah.
You keep it exciting. You don't want to see the same thing every time. And, like even with this Olympics, we're all looking forward to breaking. We have no idea what we're getting into. It's not like we were watching You Got Served clips trying to figure out what it meant. Like, we're all waiting.
Yeah, just to see. I mean, a lot of us, have seen little highlights, but we don't really know the rules. We don't know what the competition's going to completely
We're all going
look
to
at.
become expert judges in breaking, kind of like
Tanner's
how-
going to come in a tracksuit, little breakdance
no, like,
suit.
think about it. Think about it. When you watch like diving and gymnastics, you're like, oh, that's a point deduction. That's a point deduction.
Yeah.
You turn into a judge, and that's going to be all of us learning the rules of breaking.
Hey, I mean, I love, as someone who has a passion for dance, the fact that they're incorporating something as far as style of dance, because it definitely takes athleticism, what they do. I mean, that's
For sure.
so cool.
Yeah, and then one last note about Texas/Dallas athletes doing things at the Olympics. We didn't mention Scotty Scheffler.
Yes, congrats to Scotty Scheffler winning a gold medal. What
Highland
a
Park's
year!
own Scotty Scheffler.
What a year for him. A gold medal, the Masters, the birth of his son.
And he's one of the top golfers in the world. Hands
He
down.
is. Well, he just
Well, I mean,
showed it
besides
extra.
that, but,
That.
like, yeah, but like consistently, even leading up to the Olympics, winning the Masters, but always being in that top 3 to 5 range in every tournament he's played in.
Yeah, and he's only, 27, 26,
Yeah, he's young.
27? So, I mean, we could see him again, obviously, in L.A., and, he's always going to be in the mix there. So, no, it's good to see, and he's very humble about it.
Yeah, hanging out at Inwood Tavern,
There you go.
whatever. And then also we talked about this coming in, Djokovic winning
Yeah.
his gold medal in tennis. His first one, which we all found really hard to believe. He's been around for so long. He's won all the Grand Slams, but never a gold medal until now.
Yeah, it is crazy when you think about these legends, and that's the one thing missing. But it also just tells you, not that all those others aren't high stakes, they are, but every year you get a shot at it. Or 4 years, you get people building and building and building, and it's the unpredictability of the Olympics. So it does kind of make sense, but it's still crazy for someone like him that's so decorated.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question as a sports fan, as a Team USA fan. What's more important to you when it comes to the medal count? Do you care more about the total number of medals won by your country or specifically gold medals?
And that's a tough one because, I mean, everybody wants gold. I will go overall medals just because, it is so hard to get that gold. But it's so hard to medal. We just talked about St. Lucia, not ever of medaling. It is very, very hard. It just shows you overall how much high level of athletes that we are how fortunate we are to be able to send athletes over and also for them to get to medal. I mean, of course, everyone wants to be gold, but I think just getting a medal is as tough as it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're competing with the best athletes in the world, in your sport, in your event. So, yeah, of course, I can see why you'd say that. But for me, it's all about gold medals. Every time I look at the gold medal standing, I'm just looking at that first column. and I want to know if we're better than China. That's literally all I care about.
It is a neck race. It is a neck race. No, I mean gold is great. I just like that no matter what we are dominant and all. But for years there's some tightness there. But I mean what we had over 500 and something athletes compete. It looked like so. The fact that I don't know, I'm not good at math, but
we almost have 100 medals total, I believe.
So that's saying something no matter what. And we still got a whole full week to go.
Yep. So exciting. Anything else Olympics related going through your mind?
Man, I'm excited. I'm interested to see what this closing ceremony is going to look like.
I was going to say there's allegedly some sort of wild handoff from Paris to LA that involves Tom Cruise. Like, we're talking like Mission Impossible level crazy. So I'm very curious to see what they have in store. Paris is actually known for movies and stunts and movies.
Yep.
Like that's like one of the capitals of that realm. So I'm not even surprised that that's the direction they're going. And then going from Paris to LA, like, duh, Hollywood. That's like the coolest connection ever.
And he does most of all of his own stunts.
Yes, he does.
So
well, when you're that small,
Top Gun Maverick comes in. Well, maybe he carries the torch away. I don't know. Or maybe does some kind of Mission Impossible thing.
Scales the side of the Eiffel Tower.
Well, he did the whole thing in Dubai for one of those Mission Ghost
that
Protocol.
one is. I remember that movie.
The Wiz Khalifa. What is it?
Burj Khalifa.
Say Wiz Khalifa.
That one you drink for.
Burj Khalifa.
Apologies to United Arab Emirates and the city of Dubai.
Sorry, the Burj Khalifa. I always think.
And to Wiz Khalifa.
And you know what? I think the highlight of the Olympics has been Snoop Dogg. Speaking of Wiz Khalifa, I mean, he has gone over and helped us very well.
He and Flavor Flav, I think.
Oh yes, Flavor Flav too.
Are like the two people we didn't know we needed.
I mean, that extra entertainment probably takes the pressure off of. Did you see that there was an emotional support golden retriever, I think, or lab that all in the Olympic Village? Yeah,
I did not
Team
see
US.
that.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Of course, it would be a golden retriever for USA.
I think it was a retriever. It's either a retriever or
it
lab.
should be a pit bull, but whatever.
Chihuahua.
No, that's Mexico.
A husky.
Huskies are good. Huskies are Russian.
Well, and blue healers are good support
I
dog.
love blue healers.
Australian shepherds are really good.
Those are good for Australia.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're bringing it all together. A beagle.
Oh, my beagle.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I'm excited to see what this last week brings. How many goals are we going to bring? How many we're going to wrap up the last-minute medal count?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the end of the soccer tournament, both basketball tournaments, men's and women's, seeing if the women can keep their almost 60-plus game streak alive through these Olympics. They haven't lost a game in almost 60 games, Olympic games.
Okay, shot take time. Because we didn't do one last week, but since we're in the last week of the Olympics, pick anyone, your prediction.
I'm going to say U.S. women's national team soccer are going to pull the upset and bring home the gold over Spain or Brazil, whoever it is. But I know they have to get through Germany first, but I'm rolling with my girlies.
And I'm going, this may be an obvious one, but it's not easy. It is his event, but at this level it's not. Noah Lyles brings home the gold, 200.
I love that for us. I really hope all those things happen. Those guys, like all
That's
athletes.
his best event, but when you get to this, you never know.
Well, all athletes work really, really hard to get where they are.
Yeah.
But, special place for our American athletes. What can I say?
Heck yeah.
Let's talk about this real quick before we get out of here. You and I got to do something really cool and interesting this week, didn't we?
We did. Friday night, we got to cover Fury FC 95 at Gillies, which first time I've ever attended or covered Fury.
This was the first event I've ever covered. I've been to Fury fights before.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've loved what Fury. I remember when Fury launched, and just the level of talent and what they've brought into the stars of tomorrow, and or research some careers who have been at the level of UFC or Bellator. Very well run production there, very smooth.
I was gonna say, as far as local or traveling productions go, that was really easy. Like, I never felt like there was like a lull or that there were major delays. Like, you know, I showed up about an hour before you did, and in that time, 3 fights took place? Like,
Oh, yeah.
they moved really quick, really efficient. Also, like how accessible they are. The prelim card is on Facebook, so anybody can watch it. Anybody can tune in.
Watch it. It
stream
was awesome.
And they do a really good job on their live stream, by the way. Like, shout out to that production team. And then the key thing is that their partnership with the UFC, they put their main card on UFC Fight Pass. So basically, you're lining up these guys to be alongside UFC fighters in that streaming world. So I thought the promotion itself, like the objective of the night, all of that ran really, really well. And we got to see some really kick-ass fights. Haha.
There you go. A lot of finishes, a lot of stoppages, which is great. But because you never know, you may get that call. You may get a last-minute call to go
And
up
you
to
don't
the
know who's
UFC.
watching.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, Tracy Cortez was there.
Raul Rosas Jr.
Yeah,
was there.
So also Kevin Holland was there. So a lot of the UFC notables there. And you just don't know. I mean, you got the Contender Series starting up, and they usually do 2. So if you don't make the summer cut, you could make the fall cut.
Absolutely.
Or anything can happen, last-minute fight.
Yeah, somebody could drop out
Yeah.
and you can get that call, and, you know, you have that experience fighting on that stage.
Or the Ultimate Fighter for next year. You never know, depending
Yeah.
on what the weight class. So you just always got to be ready. Everyone brought it. Fun fights. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed my time there. Shout out again, Fury. And
Yeah,
thank
Fury,
you guys
thank
for being
you. Yes.
hospitable.
Yes, thank you for letting us come out there, film some content, and watch some really great fights. And then the other thing, you know, with this new life we are living, by the way, we are now more than just podcasters. We've done commentating. We've covered an MMA fight. What's next for us, Charlie Van?
Yes, you can catch us in the Village, Sandy Pickle, this coming Saturday for their Beer Olympics event.
You know, we do everything here.
I mean, what a way to wrap up the Olympics and having a beer Olympics. Never been a part of one of those.
Neither have I. This is totally new to me.
So my buddy Brent is coming out to help because he has helped host Beer Olympics.
Oh, okay.
If you want to talk about beer games, this guy knows it. He's also a former baseball player and movie buff. So
Beer Olympics, we're looking at things like beer pong.
beer pong,
I
flip
heard,
cup.
I heard there was a rumor about a slip and slide.
Yeah, I saw the slip and slide. Well, you got two with water with summertime. That might have been just thrown in there.
Slip and slide flip cup, I believe, is what the event
Yeah,
is.
I have seen that before. I have seen
Yeah,
that.
I've seen it on
Interesting.
TikTok.
Yeah. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of TikToking out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. If you've never been in the Sandy Pickle over in the Village, check it out.
Yeah, and
Obviously,
they
sand volleyball,
sold out
pickleball.
team slots like that. So
Heck
it's a
yeah.
totally full event. It's going to be on from 12 to 4 on
11 to
Saturday
4.
after 11 to 4.
Yeah.
Sorry. 11 to 4 Saturday afternoon. They'll have the Olympics on the TVs, of course, and we'll be there doing shenanigans. I still don't know what this means, but we're going to find
Hey,
out.
you know what? Unpredictability. That's kind of how it is going out and you play these drinking games, right? Or these fun beer events. So
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we've talked about working a beer Olympics for a couple months now. So
at least
really,
a beer pong
So I'm
tournament.
really grateful to the Village, Sandy Pickle, for this opportunity, letting us come out and play around and have some fun with you guys. So looking forward to
We
it.
might come up with some ideas, for future episodes.
Oh my
here.
gosh, Pouring Takes house party.
Oh, there you go.
Well, in case that's not enough of us for you guys, if you want more, go to pouringtakes.com. Link to all of our channels, all of our previous episodes on YouTube and Apple Music and Spotify. But yeah, we will see you guys hungover again next week.
See you later.